Hello, boys and girls. Let me check if my microphone is on. That's always a good thing because I got the new mic. Yes, the microphone is on. Hope everybody had a good weekend so far. Let's see what I'm up to on Space Loot 2. Royal Canadian Air Force, started my 30th year 2 weeks ago. Oh, damn. Look at you. My buddy Paul Tosny, who's on Model Builder International, he had a career in the British Air Force. Uh-oh. Come here, little one. Come here, you. This is the blind kitty Max. He's roaming around the model area where he knows he's not supposed to be. Right? Because you get in trouble over here, you knock stuff down. Because you can't see. Go play with the other cats. He always wants to be over here. Ah, Ken is here. We got more and more people coming up. So tonight we're gonna talk about the two major things coming up on HobbyLink International, SciFiantasy, whichever name you want to call it, and I'll show you what I'm going to be building for the Halloween group build, and I'll take you over the site to show you where you guys can find the Halloween group build and the Secret Santa we're going to be talking about tonight. I'll show you guys all that. The cat knows he can hear. Of course he's blind, so his hearing's very good. And I'm home alone, so I could do anything I want, and I'm gonna get in trouble probably. But he's usually with the wife or the mother-in-law. So right now he's got nobody. So he's gonna be all over me. I know it. Right now he went underneath the entertainment center. So he's doing his thing. So hopefully we get a bunch of people here tonight. I know I didn't do it yesterday. My schedule's all messed up, and I go back to work tomorrow for the first time in 5 weeks after vacation. Hey Brian, and that should be fun. But I'm hoping there's some overtime. This way I can catch up on some money that I missed out on. Where is he? I know he's back here. He's gonna be a pain in the neck. Dude, go play with the other cats, man. You always terrorize them. Terrorize them today. All right, guy. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go over there. Pain in the nuts. Yeah, it's not too bad. I know tomorrow I should be doing nothing because usually the first day when you get back, I got to restock my truck. So I'll end up doing that. I have to take a whole bunch of safety courses I missed while I was out. So the first day is not too bad. Nothing much there, Brian. Just popping on Sunday night. We're going to do some stuff. Talk about a few things. Show you guys what's going on. And then pop into my Halloween kit. So I'll be trying to get Frankenstein, the Halloween kit. I think I'm going to change it up. Yeah, it's real tough going back after the weekend sometimes. The Hateful Eight are on. But I was going to do, and of course, the little guy, he's in the model closet right now. But I was going to do the 48-hour build on Green Lantern next weekend. I got to decide if I want to do that or not. And he's chewing on canned air. Come here, you. Why do you got to be a pain in the buttocks? Go over there. Go over there. But I might, instead of the 48-hour build on the Green Lantern, I may end up just doing my Halloween build so I can get on that. I want to make sure that's done in time. And he's biting my hand. Want to hang out? You can hang out on the table. We'll have a little kitty with us. Meow. Say hello to everybody, Max, even though you can't see. Even though you can't see, right? And this crazy guy. And then when he knows he does something wrong, he ends up giving you kisses and then doing the wrong thing again because he's a little pain in the neck. There you go. Finally, go over there. He just wants to be on camera. He's a little ham. He really is. Yeah, I got the new I had this guy. I had this, the Turtle Beach. It was good up until it decided it didn't want to hear my voice anymore. So everybody was saying to get the Blue Yeti. But I started looking up microphones, and the Blue Yeti, it's a good microphone, but there's a newer microphone out from Samsung and it's actually called the Yeti Killer because it's a better mic than the Yeti, and that's this big guy over here. You probably didn't hear me because I got it on omnidirectional just to hear me from the front. So I got a much better mic, so hopefully the audio is much better. I'm gonna, this whole weekend I've been trying to get on here and do stuff with you guys, and something's always going on. Kitty, stop playing with stuff. You're ruining the live stream, man. You're ruining the live stream. Go over there. I gotta toss him a ball or get him from some food or something. So anyway, let's jump into, I'll probably jump back and forth with these screens a couple times as more people show up. Hopefully more and more people show up tonight. Yeah, it's a USB mic. It's actually pretty much a professional recording microphone, except USB. It's not an XLR. And this one, when I have it plugged in, I actually need headsets to hear what I'm doing if I'm doing a voiceover or something like that. Thanks, Carmen. But if I'm doing regular videos and I want to use this mic, I have to put headsets on to hear what I'm doing, and it actually shuts all the audio off on the computer, so I don't get any back feed or anything like that. But this one, if I did play guitar, which I don't, actually has a guitar pickup in the back, the headphone pickup in the back, and this way I can play, or I could play right through there if I did. But I just wanted to get some better audio, make these streams a little better. So let's jump into some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about. We'll go back and forth with some stuff, and the first one will be the Halloween group build. So as always, we have our annual Halloween group build. I think this is number 3 on the Halloween group builds. I'm pretty sure it's either 2 or 3, somewhere around there. But we have a few people in it already. I'm hoping that I did the chat box right on here. So far Bob Gregory's in it, and he'll pop up at some point here when he sees what's going on. And I think he's doing both of them, the vampire and the werewolf, the Dark Shadows model kit. I will be doing the Invisible Man this year. I'm gonna be looking at, I don't know if you guys saw Augie, Interstellar Modeler, he did it, and I'm going to be taking tips from him on what he did on this kit because he did it really well. It's an old TV series, yes. Oh, we're both going to be doing the Invisible Man. That's all right. Augie did it and Mark did it, I think, last year. They had 2, so they did a video, and they did a comparison video of the 2, so it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, his came out really nice. And so far, Richard is doing Gene Simmons' Destroyer, and yes, hey, what's going on, Spence? And I know it's not Halloween costume or anything, but they are in costume and they are pretty creepy, so it kind of counts. And we'll have that guy in there. Like I said, the Kiss in their costumes were always creepy to me, so they're all dressed up, pretty much Halloween creepiness. They're good to go. So those are the 3 of us that are in it so far. And I gotta stop saying so much. I'll bring you over to, I gotta get a mouse pad too, because my mat is bubbly. I need a new mat. I need all sorts of stuff. So let me find where my computer screen is and then make things go a little. Oh, before I jump over to the computer screen, I'm not even on the site, so I want to get right to the site for you guys. Okay, now I can jump back in here and I can bring you to the computer screen, and the first one I'll show you is, let's get rid of that so you don't have to see that nonsense. So if you haven't registered at the site, like I said, just if you come over and register, most likely you are going to have your activation email go to junk or spam. If it goes there, just check in there to see if it's in there, then you can get on the site. Paul Tosney is going to see if he can whitelist our email. This way it doesn't go over there, which is odd because it's a Gmail email that's sending it out, and I don't know why it's going to junk and spam, but it is. So anyway, when you come to the site, you come down, if you're registered. If you're not registered, then you come down to the left side and you'll see community over here. Click on groups, and if anybody's asking questions or anything right now, I'm not going to see them until I come back because I'm actually looking at the computer screen. And what you're going to do is you're going to type in, Halloween's already here for me because I was testing out. You type in Halloween. So this is our third group build. And then you just pop in here. And it's going to show you the rules, when everything is going to be done by, because I want to do a live stream on Halloween night. And I want to have everybody's slideshow up in time. So those are all the rules. And if you're doing videos, you can actually grab this. This is 1280 by 720, so it fits for YouTube. I made that for you guys if you want to put it up there. And then all you do is post up what you're doing. You can actually see us over here. Oh, I forgot to post mine up. So you would just come in here and come on, scroll wheel, work. Come up here, add a photo. Now I'm hoping I saved my picture. Let's see, what pictures do we got here? Don't worry, there's nothing bad. Oh, I'm gonna kill this cat. He's pulling on cords back there. So I would just type in, you know, whatever. This year, the Invisible Man. And then you just post and you're in. Now when you are in here, if you want to make a photo album of your build, all you have to do is come to photos and then just click create album, and you can name your album, you know, The Invisible Man Halloween Group Build 2019, and you could start uploading your photos here. This way they're all in one spot and you don't have to worry about any of that. So let me jump back to you guys. There I am. I got so much stuff. I still got to get the Stream Deck this way. This way I can get the stuff a lot easier than I do. So let's see. Did I miss anything? Can I do my War of the Worlds Alien that I got for last year's? Yeah, that's Kiss is not one of the best bands in the world. Sorry, Brian. I don't like them at all. So they got, I think, 2 good songs, and that's about it. Yeah, you could do War of the Worlds. That's creepy enough, you know. They're coming to kill everybody. So as long as it's, you know, most sci-fi stuff falls into the Halloween stuff. But we'll want to see more of the Draculas and the Invisible Man and the Werewolf and the Frankensteins. But that counts. Spaceship, you know, creepy spaceship like that that's coming to kill people. I would say that's Halloween. And I'm still diving after this cat. All right. You're going to get locked in the room if you don't knock it off, mister. Hold on 1 second, guys. I try to put him far away, but I know he's going to come back and mess with my cords and all that other good stuff anyhow. Kissed and oh, I seen that. Okay, that's not one of the things. But yeah, that's the Halloween build. So we'll be jumping back and forth in between that. So the other thing that we're going to talk about tonight is, yay, my favorite time of the year, Christmas time. So we're having our annual Secret Santa. This guy's killing me. He's climbing up my back right now, and he wants to see what's going on even though he can't see. He's going to claw my back, I know it. What are you doing, Max? So we're going to have our annual Secret Santa where everybody jumps in and swaps gifts. I get all the names, and then I set everybody up, and then I send you who's your Secret Santa, and then you ship it off. This one is going from now until I think I run it to November is when we want to get people in, and then once everybody's in, because we want to make sure that if we're sending stuff overseas, it gets to where it's got to go as quickly as possible. So I'm in it right now. Brian, Bob, Ken, and Matt. So we'll see if any more Kens jump in. So I'm going to bring you back over to the, hey Benny, what's going on? I'm going to bring you back over to the computer screen here in a second, and I'll show you how to get to that one. Most of this stuff is in groups. So you'd have to go back into groups, and then you could put in secret or you could put in Santa and it'll pop up and it's the first one here. And then you just jump in there. And then it'll have the rules here. Everything, all the rules are pinned to the top in the groups. So it's got all the rules here. And then Brian posted there. But what I would prefer you to do, which makes it easier because then I can scroll down, is just make the one post like Bob posted here. My name is Bob Gregory. I build anything, mostly poorly and badly. So I know he's in the US and where he's at. And Ken's in here. Matt posted his up and I posted mine up. So we do this early. This way we could get everybody in here. And then we, you know, if somebody drops out, hopefully they drop out beforehand. November 3rd is when I'll draw names. That'll be the end of it. You know, sometimes we can afford to get squeakers in there, but it gives plenty of time to order it if you're going to have it sent to you and then shipped back out. So if you have any trouble getting to the site or finding these things, just drop me an email or you can message me on here. Let's see if I could get to myself. I can't message myself, so. Happy birthday, Kenny May 2. I haven't seen Kenny in a while. But if you want to message somebody, you just click on the little start chat thing. And then a chat box will pop up so you can chat on the site here. Last time I seen Kenny on here was 6 months ago with that cool build. And let's go back over to the Q&A. So we're back over here. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, very cool. Yes, that is definitely all-time classic film, Brian. That is definitely a good film indeed. So, if I see, you know, more and more people jump on, I think everybody was here. Benny pretty much knows how to use the site, so if he was in the Halloween group build and stuff like that last year, you'll find everything in the groups, and you just sign up, and I'll see it there, and we'll get everything going. Drinking my iced tea because I got to get, well, sugarless iced tea. It's basically flavored water. Got to get off the soda. Got to drop 25 pounds because I'm getting fat. Getting fat. Fat is not a good thing. So, let's jump over to here. Workbench time. This is going to be, it's backwards because I flipped the cam. I flipped the camera around so it kind of looks like it's easier for me to see what I'm doing, my left and right. You know, if I point this, oh, no, it's backwards. It's backwards. I didn't flip it. I usually flip that so I know what I'm doing. Am I going to do it wrong? I'm going to do it wrong. Edit, transform, horizontal. Always something with these damn things. There we go. Now I got it. Now it looks right, and my left is my left, and my right is my right, and I know where everything's at when I'm doing stuff and looking at the camera. Yeah, I like the live streams. I could be goofy and mess things up. It doesn't matter. So, this is the guy I'm doing. Like I said, Augie did it. His build is on the site. If you go to the site and into the old groups, you can see that all their pictures and stuff. So we'll take a quick look at this. Like I said, I might even start this instead of doing the Green Lantern next weekend. I might get on this. I might actually start it tonight. Yes, he does. I didn't even open this guy up yet, but it comes with a whole bunch of clear bottles and stuff, which I'm going to follow along what Augie did and get liquids in here and stuff. So that's why I want to start on this one early. That's why I always put it up early so everybody gets a chance if they're doing something crazy to start it a lot earlier and get it done in time. You can see all the bottles and beakers and cool stuff that's on here. Then there's a clear little cage. I think that's for the rat. The rat is they got the rats, and the rats are clear. So there's a rat here. He looks He looks dead. And there's another rat over here. So they got a couple rats in here. The stuff is really super clear. They did a nice job on that. I'm going to have to sand that out and buff it. Make sure everything is good. Uh-oh. I shut off my texting but left it on. Glowing rats. Yeah, I can have them glowing. Gotta have them glowing. That would be interesting. Again, this I don't know if I'm going to do in color or black and white yet. Don't know, because I'm definitely doing Frankenstein in black and white. I'm just such a slow builder. I should just be going in reverse with how slow I build. Benny, you going to be in the group build again this year? We got time. We got time, Benny. Got a lot of time. It always seems like a lot of time, and then before you know it, the next thing you know, it's Halloween, and we're posting stuff up. My plants died while I was in Florida, a lot of them, and I just planted a pumpkin seed last weekend, and it's already sprouting. I know it's, yeah, the Halloween build, Benny. I know it's probably going to be late, but it could be in time where I may get 1 or 2 pumpkins, small ones for Halloween, which would be cool. So everything, this is all in matte gray, and it goes together nicely. I'm going to have a few seams up and down the pants, but it's nice and clean. They did a really nice job on the castings. They usually do. The hard part watching Augie do this too is the jacket, because it's not a full front and back like on Frankenstein. You can see it's going to be in 3 pieces, which is going to make it a little tougher to get this on here, and I'm going to have to mess with the seams. And Ken, just because we're both doing it doesn't mean you don't have to do it. You can do this one too. And there's this tie and stuff. Got to clip that off and sand it. But it's really nice. It's going to be a nice kit. And my mother-in-law keeps yelling at me. She's like, but you didn't finish the Grim Reaper. I said I did finish the Grim Reaper. He was done for Halloween. He just wasn't, his diorama base wasn't done. So technically he was done for Halloween. And then she was like, Michael Myers wasn't done for Halloween. He's definitely done Michael Myers. I just never did the base that I wanted to do yet on it. So I still got to do his base, but the modeling stuff is finished. Yeah, I just planted 1 seed, Spencer. And because the plants do get freaking huge, so I just put 1 seed in there, hoping I get 1 small pumpkin for Halloween. My tomato plants in the back, they took over. Because I live in an apartment, I got them out on the deck. And it's funny, right now the kitten hears all the rattling, so he's curious as to what's going on up here. If I could get him out of the bag, I don't want to lose any parts. So here, this is what I like. They did a good job on the shoes. I don't like when they split shoes down the side. They actually made the soles and the tops. That's awesome. The hands, of course, are split. Then you got his arms and the face. The wrapping looks really, really good. They did a really nice job on the wrapping. Yeah, I picked up another version at Wonderfest for 30. Oh, cool. Yeah, the clear parts are awesome. And yes, no split shoes is definitely a good thing. Come on, cat. You're going to knock down the computer. I'm going to kill... Oh, you keep chewing on my internet cable. And I'm going to kill you. I'm going to lose internet because the cat is chewing on the cable. Hey! 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 Knock it off. Knock it off. Now I wish my wife was here because she'd be taking care of him. Well, you know what? Hold on, guys. I am going to put this on a break right now. Alright, the cat got punished. He got put in the bedroom. That's where his second litter box is. So we got books over here. Got the goggles. The goggles are split in half. And then a whole bunch of instruments and stuff like that. I'm going to take a page out of Augie's book too and see if I can print out some stuff. And instead of painting the books, put some actual real covers on those. He did a nice job on that. Very, very nice job. Uh-oh, space loot. Hey, Omar's here. How long has the show been on? 36 minutes and 54 seconds. But we're going to go through as we get some more people here. I'm going to go back through. Yeah, I have an invisible cat now. He's in the bedroom. And he can do his own thing in there. Hanging out until I'm done doing what I'm doing. Now the only thing that I may change up is I've seen a couple nice wooden tables, dollhouse wooden tables, 1/12 scale, and that should be okay for this. They were actually pretty cool. Didn't realize there's a skull. They did a nice job on that skull. Maximus has catitude. Yes, indeed, he does have catitude. He's being a little bummed tonight. And they got more books for the table. These are in another color plastic. We got the legs. We got the invisible man on the book here, which would be opened up on the table. We got his hat. I don't know what this little craziness is over here. I gotta check that out, see what that is. Then we got bookshelves. More bookshelves. This is the table itself. And they etched in papers over here. I guess that's kind of cool. But if I don't get the other table, I'll just fill this in and try to do the wood grain on here. Do that myself. And here's the other half of the skull. That dude, whoever this is, had one huge noggin, man. That is a big head. That is definitely a big head, but they did a pretty good job on it. That guy's got a huge skull. And then we have the flooring with the rug in there. That's another thing I might change. I've seen some round rugs from the doll houses. I might put a real rug there, and I may go the route that Augie did again, like I did with the floor of the Frankenstein build. I may use my own wood on here. I'd have to sand this down, and then I would put wood, and I'd use my saw and trace around here, and then do my nails again and stuff like that. So got to see what I'm going to do on there. A lot of possibilities. I know Augie, he built a whole back wall and everything like that. So got to see what we're going to do. Got to see what we're going to do. But this is the Halloween build for me. Don't think there'll be any lighting or anything like that on it. The only lighting I may do is if I do a base, which I got to do my bases. It's just not enough room. What you call Cabazon. Yeah, he's being. I got hang on my wall. Kenny original movie of War of the World poster. Oh, that's cool. Cool posters. Oh, look at that. All right, we'll take a look at the directions. It's not the usual just paper directions. It's actually color. And it goes into the bookcase. It talks to you about the bookcases right down the way. Then it shows you all the bottles and bookcases, where to put everything if you want to do it like that. Oh, one is a lizard, one is a rat, it looks like. Actually, interesting. I never seen the instructions done this way with all the color photos. See, I'm not leaving the jars empty like that. That doesn't look too good like that. And then they go through over here of building him up and what colors and all that other good stuff. And then they got some nice shots actually on the back here. Whoever painted this up did a nice job. So they got everything going on. His hat on the floor. They did an excellent job on that. And then in the back, it's got all the colors: wood, burnt umber, burnt sienna, dark gray, flat black, gloss black, flat white, gloss white, flat blue, flat tan, random tan, radome tan, flat gold gray, gunmetal, flat red, leather, flat intermediate blue, flat green, gloss green, flat flesh. What the hell are they using flesh for? Gold, silver, transparent red, green, and blue. And it's nice, they give you the tester enamels, Model Master enamels, which no longer available, and tester acrylics, all the numbers. So the only one that you can get every color for, if you're going to use tester acrylics, is that. You can get every color in that. The other two enamels you can't. And it suggests what you should do. So that's pretty cool. But now the big decision is, as usual, do I want to go black and white or color? Black and white or color? I might go color. Maybe color. And then, as usual, the pain in the neck part of getting this back in the box. Back in the box. We can put that over there for now. Alrighty, we got hey Chris, what's going on? Alright, so since we got a few more people here, we went from 8 to 12, so there's definitely a few more people here. We'll go real quick through what we got going on. Reach from Black Lagoon. Oh, she's trying to find the mummy next. Oh, those are cool kits. The glow, the old glow. I want to use balsa wood planks. They're easy to cut and sand and can be stained. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Mark? I stained the popsicle sticks. They were fine to stain. They sucked up the stain no problem with the gray stain I used on those. So I probably use popsicle sticks again on them, but I got to see what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to be a copycat and probably copy everything Augie did. But since we got a few more people here, let's just jump over to what I was talking about before. We got our Halloween group build going on. Right now, who's in it is Bob, myself, and Richard. I know Ken's going to be jumping in there too, so... But what we're going to do is once they're all done, I'm going to make slideshows. We're going to have a live show on Halloween night, and we'll go through everybody's slides because the kid, he goes out with his friends. He's 15, going to be 15 in. Omar's going to be in on the build. Well, I'm going to be updating this every time, I show it. So we're going to be talking about this up until Halloween. And if you're not sure of where to join, you got to be on the site and go into groups. Here, I'll show you again because we got more people here. Yeah, I seen Chris was doing the Blue Angel stuff. So anybody that wasn't here before, to get into either the group build or the Secret Santa, you're going to go into groups. The easiest way to find any group is type it in. I already have Halloween in there. And then just pick this group, read the rules, and then enter your build. And if you want, like I said before, if you want to create albums to keep everything in place, just click on photos, click create album, and you can have everything in place. And then the Secret Santa one, you could either put in Santa or Secret, and it'll bring up this year's, and it'll have all the rules at top, and then you can jump in on this one too if you want to be part of the Secret Santa build. And that's over here, Christmas time. Yay, Christmas. So right now in it is me, Brian, Bob, Ken, and Matt. So maybe depending on what I have on. Well, I hope you have clothes on, Mark. So that's, let's go back to Q&A. Don't need to be looking at the Christmas stuff right now. So let me see. What do they got you starting with over here? They got you starting with the bookcase and the bottles and stuff like that. Maybe I will. The plastic, I could always get wood, trace it out, and make our own shelves and stuff like that. Just looking at the directions, you know, it's interesting how they did it. Cement front half trouser 5 to rear trouser 6. I guess that's what they want you to start with. They want you to start with that. Mark, don't burn my eyes now. Don't judge me. It's been a long day. Hey, listen, however you're comfortable, right? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So I hope you guys come over to the site if you're not part of it already. Start using the site. Get off that damn Facebook. Even I got to get off there. The only good reason for Facebook is the friends that I have there, but I need it more for promoting stuff, especially with the book coming out. And eventually I want to work my way off of Facebook. I seen you there, Chris. Oh, cool. That sounds very cool, Omar. But yeah, eventually I want to get off the Facebook. We don't collect or sell your data. Not at all. That's not our thing. We don't like doing that kind of stuff. Quit Facebook about 6 years ago. Yeah, it is, you know, Facebook is just one political rant after another, and it gets quite boring, so I'm not actually on there as much as I used to be, but I still jump on there to do what I have to do, because that's, you know, main way for me to try to get people to the site and all that good stuff. In the 12 years I was on Facebook, I posted a comment to one post, so yeah, I got it. I know you're secret. I'm not secretly Russian. I'm Czechoslovakian. I get to claim both countries. I get to claim both countries because probably heard me say this before. One set of grandparents is from the Slovak Republic, one's from the Czech Republic. So I get to claim them both. It was funny because my dad went to, when it was Czechoslovakia, he went there with my grandmother to go visit, and he wanted to join the Air Force. But because he was behind the Iron Curtain at the time, they wanted to do all sorts of background checks, and they told him it would take a long time. And this is during Vietnam, so he didn't get drafted. He was enlisted during Vietnam. And the Army recruiter was like, "Hey, you want to join the military? We'll take you right now, no problem." So he joined the Army, and then I followed my dad's footsteps, joined the Army. My grandpa was in the 1st Marine Division in World War II. He stormed most of the islands till he got malaria. That knocked him out of the war. And then my Uncle Danny was in Korea. My Uncle Jerry, my Uncle Tommy were in Vietnam. My cousin Billy was in the first Gulf War. I got in at the end of the first Gulf War when we were coming home. And well, during World War II, I had a bunch of uncles there too. We lost a cousin in Vietnam, so we got a lot of military in the family. Yes, indeed we do. Might as well play with this thing while I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, I've never been to Prague. I got to go to Prague. G Plus was a good format for model. Yeah, G Plus was, but unfortunately, G Plus couldn't keep up. Nobody could keep up with Facebook. That's why a lot of the modeling forums have died off too, because everybody went and created a group and a page and, hey, Usher, all that other good stuff on Facebook. So it's very hard to get people to come to a dedicated site now, but I still try. I have the site up for a long time. And we have our usual members. We're hoping to get more and more and more guys coming over and get off the Facebook and just hang out on the site. So my best, he comes out of the Czech. Yes, Green Strawberry comes out of the Czech Republic. Where's Edward out of? Is that out of the Czech Republic too? Yeah, I saw. He put up just the one video so far, I think, of that Enterprise. That thing is crazy. That thing is huge. So I figure definitely next weekend when I was going to do the 48-hour build, we'll see. But I'm thinking of just sticking on this just to make sure. I'll see if I could get some more parts and stuff that I want to do and start building stuff. They don't have pins on this one? No pins. Just hold and press. Don't make a mistake. That's interesting. I'm surprised there's no pins on here. Alright. No pins it is. I've moved everything around on my desk, so I don't know where anything is at. Yeah, that's going to be... Yeah, Lou's building the 66. I think the 66 is the one that... Oh, God. Why can't I think of his name now? Oh, well. Can't think of it. But he made the 66 himself. No, not Simon. Him and Simon talk. It's killing me that I can't remember. Oh, Steve Neal. Steve Neal had made his own TOS. And I think his was 66 inches. And his, I think he might have given away now or put in the Sci-Fi Museum or something like that. This is gonna drive me crazy that there's no pins on here, because I want to use this Plastruct because it frickin' bonds so quick, and I got to get new clamps because the clamps I have when I put it on here leaves yellow plastic. I think Simon also has the 66 one. I don't think he'd never built that one. But yeah, Steve Neal, like I said, he got me back into the building. Watching him. Come on. Get in the gap. Get in the gap and flow. I'll pin a few areas together. This stuff, I love it. It freaking... Simon's working on the Nautilus. Yeah, he's working on that thing now, but whoever he ordered it from kind of jerked him around with the parts. Yeah, I think Steve did one for the private collector too, because he was making another casting of it. Yeah, that Nautilus is nice. There we go. You know what I need? One of those little pens that you put this into and let it flow in, because it's sucking right into the gap. Now I sit and wait. Not sure where to put that kind of enterprise in my roof. I couldn't fit that anywhere. House, room, nothing. I ain't got no room for a 66-inch enterprise. You need a barn for something that big. It's bad. I couldn't fit these 1-350s anywhere. That's going to be a pain in the neck. Oh, that stinks. These no pins is not fun. That would be a very big shadow box. See, and that's why I like the Bondine. It just, you hold it a little while and that thing is set. I'm just not digging that there's no pins in here. See, like this, the little gap, I just slide it in there and then squeeze it. It'll suck down, which is nice. And then I'll just take a hobby knife and scrape the seam later. Pin this guy again. Suck in there, suck in there. But you got to work quick. Ah, shit. I put too much. Oh well. Sand it down anyhow. Maybe I can make it roll. I don't know if you can see it. This stuff, when you smush it together, makes the little bubbles of plastic, just melts it together. And then you just scrape that crap off. Ah, man, I hate that I put too much right there. That's all right. Makes a little extra work for me. Be releasing the 350. Ooh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't have any small paintbrushes, Usher. I always keep saying I gotta get the little flow thing to keep it in place. I just put it on, and then I get to do the extra work of scraping and sanding. I do the inside. I just slide it right down the seam, let it suck in. Get in that gap, get in the gap, get in the gap, get in the gap. And that'll be one leg done. I always end up doing extra work. I have an apartment. I live in an apartment, don't have room to build and display 39-inch sea view on a large scale. So yet I bought, of course we buy them. I have a NCC 1701, the TOS 1/350 scale. And then I have two NCC 1701As and then a refit. So I got 4 1/350 scales sitting there. I got to get a fifth one. I got to get the 50th anniversary TOS version, the smoothie. But yeah, I buy them and they sit here. I'm doing nothing. That's a good thing about this glue too. After it dries, it's really not that bad to sand back or scrape the seams. I probably could have done it from the inside. Frankenstein, I was able to do some from the inside too, but I can't get the brush all the way down. Get the plastic off there. Yeah, we're more collectors. TCP Global 400 eyelash extension micro brushes on that. Oh, got to get those. They don't melt in the cement? I gotta get those. Nah. That would be nice. Aha, I was smart this time. I didn't put that much. One kit I dream is doing Revell Bigger Star Destroyer. The biggest Star Destroyer is the Zvezda one. I don't even remember what scale that thing is. That's the biggest guy out there. Unless you get like I think the Randy Cooper one is bigger than that. But those resin ones, they're nice, but I wouldn't mess with those. Talking to a couple people that build them, with the warping, and you got to build an interior frame for that, and that thing's a huge kit too. The Randy Cooper. You know which Randy Cooper kit I want to get? I want to get the Sands Crawler. I would love to get that. That would be an awesome model to have. Actually, might have to get that for a book. If we make enough money, that'll be the first purchase for a book. Mark's got the Y-wing going. I don't know where Mark disappeared to, but his Y-wing is coming along. He sent me some pictures today. And like I said, Dana's almost done. Dana's almost done with whatchamacallit, the Millennium Falcon. Just the lighting has to come on now, or be put in. Get in there, suck it in, and we'll have legs. Now see, I'm always a silly bastard too, because even though it's pretty solid, instead of letting it sit here for like a couple hours and then messing with the seams, I'll be a jerk and I'll start messing with the seams right away, and I'll break something. Like the other day, I broke the diorama of Frankenstein there. I was trying to do some work on the stones, and I was pushing too hard on the front of this thing, and it separated my wooden wall from this. Oh, I was so pissed off. But I got it all fixed up. There we go. We got legs. I just got to mess with the seams, clean those up. The seams aren't actually that bad. After I get them done and sanded, might not even need putty, which is nice. Just leave a little seam because pant legs have seams anyhow. This plastic is really nice. I'm very impressed with the styrene they used. It kind of feels, it doesn't feel like regular styrene. It feels kind of like resin, but it's not. Hey, what's going on, Jason? We're just messing around. We're talking about the Halloween build. I'm starting my Halloween build tonight. Putting some legs together. Letting those guys dry up. And then once they're good and set, then I'll mess with. I just want to see how they're telling me. I want to go back and watch Augie too, because he was saying how he put it together. Let's see how they say this. They say do the trousers, and then they have the head halves they're saying to do. Okay, so shirt front. I just want to kind of mock this guy up too. All right, so this is going to slide. That's going to slide into there. And then this is the bitch part. Thank God this has pins, because this is what O was talking about with the 3 parts right here. And I got to see. I remember I forgot how he did it. I got to see how he did it again, but he gave a bet. If you're just joining, Kenny, getting to the visible man's. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Molds probably weren't polished for the kid. Yeah, that they did. I really like this. I mean, this feels. I know it's not resin, but it feels like resin. And yes, we're playing inside the Invisible Man's pants right now. Actually, this would go. This would go in. Oh, okay. This goes here. Watch me glue it by accident. All right. Definitely have to watch O again, because he had, like I said, he had a specific way to do this, and it seemed easier than doing this. Now, how about you guys? Like, I'll end up building him all the way, and then I'll paint. This way, I'm not painting things that I don't have to paint. Do you guys paint parts at a time and then put it together? I'm always interested in how people do it. I like to put the whole shebang together and then paint it up. Some parts are more difficult than others, definitely, to get to. Actually, that's a nice looking, gonna be a nice looking kit. It's gonna stand pretty tall too. So let's see. Stay, trying to be a magician here. Gib, you could stay there. Let's say his shoes are about that height. Yeah, he should stand about, if I had the ruler the right way, stand about 8.5 inches tall, which is nice. Pretty decent. So we're starting on the Halloween build. Who's new? Oh, we got 15 people now. More and more people coming. Wow, yours has the full internal organs invisible. It's got everything. Woo! Just drop the cutters. Don't want to drop the cutters. We got everything on here. Invisible everything. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely cheat and look and see what other people have done. Plus I gotta look at some reference stuff. Beautiful. Depends on what I'm doing with the model. If I'm lighting it up, I paint pieces at a time. Yeah, I guess so. Cause that becomes with a lot of masking and stuff. Like this guy, I think I'm just gonna do like I did. Well, you guys seen Frankenstein? Built Frankie up. He's still in damn primer. You know, I'm so lazy with this guy. I don't know why. I got to this point and there's not much further. I just got to fill in a little gap here, a little gap around his wrists, and I could move on. But I've gotten so freaking lazy. It's like I want to do this guy. I'm hoping for overtime, but I'm hoping no overtime because the wife is gone and I can just work on this stuff and try to get that pretty much done, and then I'll have 2 Halloween builds. I may still hear black and white idea, Kenny. The black and white I've been wanting to try for a while too, and it's, you know, like older kits like this that, or things that were supposed to be black and white in the movies. I kind of want to do them like that, like they're supposed to be. I think it's cool, it's different. But this guy, that's gonna be a pain. I almost dropped the F-bomb. There's really not much cleanup on this guy at all. My favorite sanding sticks. I have a new package of the Squadron sanding sticks, and I keep using these old ones. I don't know why. They still work, that's why. That is why. And I'm off camera doing stuff. I'm leaning back. That's because I was out of the way. Autofocus is deciding to do its thing while my hands weren't there. If I keep my hands there more, it focuses a lot better. A lot better. Oh, so if you guys weren't here the other night, I was talking about I was supposed to do the review for that company, Rocket Life, but unfortunately I took down their URL and I took down their logo because I did get the kit, but what happened was I put it together according to their documentation, and I got one light. So then I started looking around, and I looked on their site for more documentation, and they had documentation on firmware. So I went to go check the firmware and see what was up. So they said when the firmware it's blinking red, that you're supposed to update the firmware. So I could see the unit on my computer, no problem. Bluetooth was picking it up and everything like that. So I was like, okay, I'm not getting lights because the firmware's, you know, blinking, it's out of date. So I decide to update the firmware. I click the firmware, it goes through, and then all of a sudden it stops. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I look, nothing. I click back on the firmware and it says, you know, if it's been interrupted or anything like that, then just click this button and it'll pick up where it left off. So I click that button, literally let it sit there for an hour and a half. I have a Wolverine model with the standing remains essential with that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool for the Halloween build. So I'm sitting there, hour and a half later, still nothing. So I decide, you know what? Maybe something's up with the computer. So I put the Bluetooth on the phone. I pick up the unit again, and freaking the red light's flashing again. So I'm like, okay, something happened with the computer. I didn't get the firmware. So I do it again on the phone. Click it, sits there, it sits there, it sits there, and nothing. This time it just stops. It doesn't let me go see the firmware again. I can see the device on the computer or on the phone, and it won't let me do anything. So I wrote them a nice letter that I can't review the product because it got bricked by the firmware. So we'll see what happens. That stuff, though, it's more like if you do a base, you can use it in the base. But if you're doing a Starship or Battlestar Galactica engines or something like that, it's not really the way to go. That stuff is more for do-it-yourself stuff around the house. Like they had a cool Christmas tree with this stuff on there, backlighting some stuff. So you could do a lot of cool things around the house, or with picture frames, stuff like that. It's really cool and good. Or even in bases for our purposes, but inside a model, I didn't see the use for it because reading their documentation, it was weird. I guess their lights are proprietary for their system, and it's only 5 to 12 volts you can use, and a lot of us use 9 volts for everything. So that wouldn't be good for us. I know I'm a 9 or 12 volt guy, and their LEDs were 5 volts on the strip, and I'm used to 12 volts. So I made sure I was reading everything, because if I didn't read it, I would have put that board on 12 volts and right to 12 volts on the lighting strip, and I would have burnt them all out. So if you do get something from them, make sure you look at their whatchamacallit, the voltage on the strips themselves. But they tell you before you get it that it's 9. Their strips are 5 volt, and I think their bulbs, they have like string lights, and it's like Christmas tree string lights. It's like when we first were kids and we were doing the grain of wheat lights on the Star Trek Enterprises and stuff like that. So they had, like I said, they have their uses for other things. I'm not knocking the company. It's pretty cool. I just might have got a bum unit, or the unit decided that it didn't want to do the firmware the right way and just lock up on me. So I'm just saying that I don't think it's going to be of use to us. And their software is pretty cool. It's, you can do a lot of stuff where they have pre-programmed stuff, but I couldn't figure out, and there was no good documentation, if you can make your own patterns and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a learning on their stuff. But like I said, if you're into do-it-yourself stuff at home, it's a pretty cool product. Not a bad product at all. This is boring watching me sand and take away a seam. Glad to see 15 people are here, and we're on for a while. So this is what I'm going to try to do on Saturdays. Like I said, Wednesdays are going to be just hang out, let's earn some space loot, and get up in this guy's crotch. And we'll do our votes and check out the models. And Saturdays we're going to try to do, I know I'm on Sunday, Saturday got messed up this week, but we're going to try to do stuff. Either it's my Halloween build, I got to do my Christmas build, so I got a bunch of stuff to try to get rid of and done. And be careful that I don't flatten anything out before my desk goes away. And I got to get a hold of Green Stuff World too. So what's going on? You guys are very quiet. Watching the boring sanding. I am hoping that the focus is pretty much staying in focus. I gotta see. I wonder if there is anything to light up on this thing. No, unless I do like candles on the wall or something like this. I'm trying to think what time period it would be. Would they have electric, or would they have candles on the wall? All I know is I'm sweating. I'm glad the focus thought the chat crapped out. Oh, no, the chat is there. Oh, snap. Thank you very much there, Bob. I appreciate that. Hey, we were talking about you before, Bob. Your name's up on a couple things. Your Halloween build and being in the Secret Santa. Yeah, no, the chat didn't. Oh, since you guys are here, speaking of, working on your own stuff and listening. Hey, what's going on, Demon? The chat, I set it up now where you guys can actually, just to make the chat more involved, you guys can actually make more space loot. The more active you are in the chat, you earn space loot. So if you're sitting there quiet, just instead of getting involved with the guys, you're only earning space loot for watching. But if you actually get involved and chit chat with the guys and stuff, you actually earn more space loot. So then you can get more raffle tickets at the end of the month. And if you're new here, we have a thing called space loot. Just put in exclamation point and space loot, and you'll see how much space loot you have. And we will be giving away 3 1/1000 scale refits. Right? Right. Yes. Refits. We'll be doing that the last Saturday of this month, and then I got to decide what I'm going to be giving away in October. So even the months that I'm not on here, I'll try to do unboxings, because usually the models just get moved. I don't put them in the attic because the attic gets... Thought about a Godzilla Ghost kit off eBay, but turned out to be recast. Boo. I saw something light the candle with a frickin'... Yeah, that would look cool. I'm thinking about doing that on the wall. I might do candles on the wall, or maybe on a shelf or something like that. So, see, with no pins, this lip was a little off and bigger than it should have been, but still not that bad. And then I'll see it when I prime. What I gotta take away still. The joy of model making. See? Looking up in his crotch. I missed a spot. Space loot. GB has 90. So when we do the raffles, it all, like, raffle prices are going to depend on what we're giving away. So if something, costs me a little more or something like that, then, raffle tickets won't be more than 10 space loot. I missed his crotch. But this one, I think it'll be only 5 space loot for the 1/1000 scale guys. It'll fluctuate. Just trying to give back to you guys for being part of the crappy live streams that I do, and the crappy videos that I do. So, and for being part of the site, I'm always trying to give back to you guys. Really appreciate it. And if you noticed before, Bob donated to the stream, and you don't have to, but any money like that, the $10 that he sent over, all that stuff goes right back into, either gifts, trophies, contests, doing, for the site hosting and stuff like that. It doesn't go into, hey, William, doesn't go into my my pocket or Paul's pocket or anybody's pocket like that. Not even in the Invisible Man's pocket it goes into. Just goes right back into putting it back into the community. Just helps me out a bit, and then the wife doesn't yell at me so much for spending a lot of money. A lot of money. So actually, the guys that are on the site, I know it's a little difficult to get to articles and stuff. I'm going to be redoing that and mashing MBI and SciFiantasy. Everything's going to be coming back to HobbyLink International again. This way it's all under one name, but we're still going to have all the sci-fi stuff. You're going to be able to find all... I finally saw the new Godzilla movie last night. My son saw it. I didn't see it yet, but we're going to bring everything back into one spot. This way it's easier to find. The community's not getting changed. All that's staying the same, so you're not going to lose anything there. We're not going to lose articles. But if you guys do... Let's see, son of a bitch. That pisses me off that it had no pins. So this one's a little more wonky than these. These came out decent on this side. This side came out a little raised. Not happy about that. I don't even remember what I was talking about. So actually, with the raised, I don't know if you guys know this trick, or if you guys follow or know Spencer Pollard. I don't know. I'm saying his last name wrong probably, but I learned the trick from him. Take like a Sharpie and run it down the seam, and then when you sand down from the high side going down to the low side, once you get rid of that Sharpie mark, then you know you're even on both sides, and you're flat. So see, this side is actually that I didn't scrape that much off, and this side's a little off, but I'll get that down. That's not a problem. We'll get it down. Get down. What's going on in here? Good to see you, Demon. Lobo. Hey guys, just listening while I fill out my registration form for this week's IPMS National Convention. I lucked out. Only about a... Oh, nice. Have fun at the Nationals. I'm waiting to go to Jersey Fest. That's the next show that I'll be going to. I've never been to the Nationals, though, but next year I want to try to get to Gen Con. I want to check those things out, too. I'm at a point where I'm getting beyond spray paint. I'm looking to get a reasonably priced mini compressor and spray brush. Anyone have any suggestions on what to buy? I am an adamant supporter of whatchamacallit, Badger. So Badger's made in the United States. You have any problems with them, they take care of the brush for you. You could send it back, they'll fix it. But I haven't had any problems with any of their airbrushes. I have a Crescendo 175 that's over 20 years old, and only one thing broke on it, and that was the air valve. That was the air valve at the bottom here, and that was not the airbrush's fault. That was my fault for forgetting to take the air valve out and soaking it in lacquer thinner. So that's the only reason it got ruined. But my 175 is over 20 years old. I have my Patriot 105. This is at least 5 years old, and my chrome is pretty much brand new. So I'm all Badger. I'm all in on Badger. Iwata's good too. I'll be attending the IPMS in Chattanooga all next week. Woohoo! Have fun. Got a Harbor Freight compressor a few years ago, still working fine. Yeah, Harbor Freight is hit or miss with a lot of their stuff, so it's interesting. Went to the dollar show. I wish we still had dollar shows in New York. There ain't no such thing as a dollar show in the city anymore. Lucky if you get a $5 show. The kids just went to see that new Fast and Furious movie, and they said it was okay. And I was like, it's okay because Vin Diesel wasn't in it. But they enjoyed that. He went to see the Godzilla movie when we were in Florida. My brother took him. He really loved that movie. And I know a lot of people don't like the JJ Prize, movies and stuff, but actually that's what got the kid into Star Trek. He enjoyed those movies, and I'm assuming those movies were made more to bring new blood into it, but then he got interested in more into the older ones, so that was a good thing. The new brought him into the old, and he likes that now too. So not too bad. We brought another one into the fold, and he's getting excited because when he gets back from upstate New York, it's actually coming out nice and smooth. When he gets back from upstate New York, we're going to be doing the father-son build of the Christmas tanks. So he's going to build one, and I'm going to build one, which will be cool. Most mini compressors are made by the same couple companies, so I don't really need to break the bank on that. Yeah, that's true. Harder and Steenbeck. Those are actually excellent airbrushes. Mighty expensive, though. I have my Badger, my loud-ass Badger compressor. I have that over 20 years, too. There's no tank on it or anything like that. That's just loud, constant air. When we get the house, I definitely will upgrade that. And we'll get some we'll get one with a little tank on it. Plus I need one I would get a bigger one for my spray guns. I used to do auto body, and I still have my auto body spray guns, which actually are good for the 1/350 scale kits. Instead of sitting there with a little airbrush, you can knock them out pretty quick. I've seen a couple people comment about using the automotive or the HPLV airbrushes for doing the 1/350 scale. They like it's overkill. That is not overkill. If you can be proficient with one of those, you can knock out the paint job so nice and quick compared to trying to do it with an airbrush. Boyd showed you guys how to do it. He had it on one of his videos. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do those when I do them. Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate the donation. Guys, thanks for helping keep the stream going and alive with the donations. It does help out. Now I got to be careful getting down to the cuff. This was easy. This knocked down right away, nice and smooth. So that's not bad. I got to be careful. I don't want to lose. There's not really much detail in there, but I don't want to gouge it out or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, it's almost 8:30. I'll probably stay on for like another half an hour or so. Make sure the wife isn't texting me because she is in upstate having a good time for the next 2 weeks while we hang out here and party. Well, I had the bigger compressor. So I used to do auto body, so I had a huge tank one. So I wasn't worried about that, but yeah, you need a good space to do with the HPLVs. I always say the initials wrong. But you could definitely knock out bigger builds. Oh, so now I got to decide. The wife said to put one expensive thing on my Christmas list this year. Get a kit off eBay. It has an air tank, airbrush, gun, accessories. Perfect learning tool to start with. Yeah, you could do that, but if you start with, you could start with a Badger 105. That's a decent brush to start out with. But the kits, yeah, like that, definitely, because if something bad happens, at least you didn't spend that much money on them, and you can sit there and paint on stuff and learn how to use it. I just went straight into Badger. I went straight for the good stuff. There's actually Bob Gregory. Are you still here? Bob just picked up. Bob, he's on the site. He's known as the cheap ass modeler because he will find stuff. He will find stuff at cheap prices that we can use. And he actually just bought a really cheap airbrush that he said was really good, and I think it was like 10 or 16 bucks. So if you get something like that and practice on it, that's a good deal, you know. And then, you know, bump yourself up. If I wouldn't go the Crescendo I haven't used in a long time. That's basically a workhorse. That's like full painting. I would go with either a Chrome or a Patriot. I don't know about the Iwatas. I used to get Iwatas when they were a sponsor, but they dropped me for some reason, and I have a feeling I know why. Somebody said something to them because I know they were friendly with Iwata. But I never really got to use it. I just got to feel it. I like the weight of it. I like the feel of it. So they all do the same thing. As long as you take care of your airbrush, that's the main thing. And practice, practice, practice. Gotta practice. I still suck. I just like building models. I don't really care. I'm no professional at it, but I'm off screen again. I gotta get something to yell at me while. Oh, that's right. I can't even get something to yell at me because the microphone cuts out all the audio to make sure we're not getting feedback or anything like that. I'm not used to building on camera. I'm used to building something, filming it, and then taping it. I kind of like hanging out with you guys and building. It makes the build process a lot better. Harbor Freight. Everybody's with the Harbor Freight. Yeah, that's right up. They cheap. I'd go Badger first, and you break it, you will cry. You're not going to break it. You'll be all right. Don't drop it. I would cry. I would definitely cry if I got a brand new one and broke it. Don't order Badgers or any other airbrush from Amazon. We're learning that lesson, that they're putting out used products. People are getting junky products, and you should have yours back tomorrow, Mark. Like I said, as long as the post office does what they say they were supposed to do. Yes, and actually, if you notice at the bottom, thanks to Mark and Bob, we just got 2 donations for August. That's the donation goal is down there. Like I said, you don't have to donate, it's just there. But if you're not subscribed, I try to get 10 subscribers every month. And if we start getting more and more, we'll up that. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Help us hit the goal. It's just something fun to do. And actually, if you're not subscribed and you do subscribe, you get space loot for subscribing. But I'll let you know this now. The program knows, or it's supposed to know, if you're already subscribed, and then you unsubscribe and resubscribe. It's not supposed to give you the space loot. So no cheating. Almost done with this little guy right here. I know I'm going to have to do more work on that once I prime it. And I can't prime over here. I'll spray. I airbrush over here, but I'm going to have to be real careful with the new computer. I'm going to have to move it back and put something. I'll spray over here the acrylics, but when I do prime, I can't think tonight. When I prime it up, I do that outside because that stuff stinks. Alright, I'm going to wait to prime it because I'm going to take too much off. It looks okay, but I don't know. The inside is good on there until I prime. See, I need it for detail. Which one is good for... If it wasn't for scale finishes paint, most of mine would suck too. I gotta try that. I gotta build a car. I haven't built a car since I'm a kid. And I have one. I started one. I gotta finish it up. Usher, which one were we saying is good for base coats but not detail? Because base coating I can do with my my Patriot 105 or my Crescendo 175. I could base coat with that easily. And I got the chrome for the detail. I just got to get another... I got to get a Sotar 2020 for finer detail. You know, who would have imagined that you need so many airbrushes? The only reason I got, like you guys know, the chrome for the detail is just for the chuck right here. This way I can lock in how far back I'm going and hit the same thing every time, because I'm getting old and wobbly, and I'll be spraying a thin line, and the next thing you know, it comes out to be a freaking line that's big as the Grand Canyon. Dig in this plastic. Harbor Freight. I've Badger with a building tree. The Harbor Freight. Yeah, my mom, because of my Uncle Ricky, buys a lot of stuff from Harbor Freight. I'm like, listen, it's like the 3rd one you're on. Stop buying from Harbor Freight. Yeah. Just spend the money. By the time you spent the money on the 3 of them, you could have bought a good one for the same price. They do have some good stuff. You just got to be careful what you're buying. It's another thing that's hard to find up here. Like if you want some cheap stuff, I don't even know if we have a Harbor Freight here, so I have to go to Home Depot and spend the cash. I guess I could go online. What time is it? 8:37. I should eat dinner tonight, I guess, at some point. Some airbrushes can be bought as a kit with various needles and nozzle sizes to make them more versatile. Yes, this is true. Plus hit bell as well to get... Yes, absolutely. Hit the bell. Thank you, Brian. This way the notifications pop up. It's funny when I go live, it notifies me. Hey, you're live. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. I didn't click the button. Yeah, seam is going away. So what do you guys think? Let's take your opinion. Do you think we should go color? Or should we go black and white? I'm kind of digging the color, though. I think it would look better in color. Could look good in black and white, too, though. I can tell you what, the seam on this is actually going away nicely. Mark Shu has been here. Mark got a big boost in space loot, and that's another thing. If you donate, you get more space loot. Pretty much anything you do on here, you get space loot. We got color. Color. I'm thinking it would be better in color too. I'm gonna have to agree with you guys on that. What is... There's the settings. Yeah. So you definitely, I set it up for whatchamacallit, donations. You get extra 50 space loot, and I think that's per dollar. Yeah. So per dollar that you donate, you get an extra 50 space loot. If you subscribe, you get 10 space loot. Members, I don't know what members are on YouTube. I don't think so. I have no idea what a member is. I know you can subscribe. And then, like I said, more chatting and stuff like that gives you every 15 minutes for, you get, 5 space loot. And for active users, you get an extra 5 space loot on top of it as you're talking. So some good stuff. Oh, I see my thing is going wacky because my arm is there. What side was I on? I think color it is, so we'll go with the monotone. We're doing Frankie in the black and white, or the black and gray scale, I should say. So we'll do him in color. His tie is stripy. We'll have to get some reference photos and see what we want to do. See what we could change up from O, because I don't want to do exactly like his, but he did a lot of cool stuff with changing out plastic for wood and making the cabinets and stuff look better, and adding a back wall. He found wallpaper too somewhere. I don't know if he ordered. Oh no, that's right. He's got like a dollhouse place or something like that near him, so he found that stuff, which was cool. Hobby Lobby has some stuff, so we'll see what we do. Yeah, him and Mark did a buddy build last year. They both did this. It was funny because the year I did the Grim Reaper, I think all of us did the Grim Reaper because it just came out, and there were so many Grim Reapers for that Halloween. All of us decided, hey, let's build the Grim Reaper. Actually, talking to you guys and building at the same time, I actually may get more building done. And if I miss you, if I'm looking down doing something down here and I miss you, you know, just wait a few minutes and type it back in, and hopefully I catch it. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. Kenny, what was the outfit you got for the grayscale colors from again? Scale 75. Scale 75. I ordered it in the US. What the heck happened to my scale 75 colors? See what happens? You go away and stuff gets moved around. Now I'm curious where my colors are. Are they in the closet? Are they down here? That's not good. That's not good. Not good. Not good. Oh well. I'm going to have to find where somebody moved my scale 75 colors to. But yeah, scale 75, I think it's scale75usa.com is where I got them from. I haven't used scale 75 yet. I heard it's a... Hey, thanks for the Bondo info. Yeah, that stuff, I like working with it. It is good stuff. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I used Dollhouse wallpaper for the seats. That's cool. Yeah, I seen they had it at Hobby Lobby. I gotta take a... I think I did that one already. I gotta take a ride over there and see what they have. See what we do. Build up a wall, or we'll do some stuff with this. We'll make it look cool. I'm kind of upset. I don't know where my scale 75 paints are. But yeah, just Google scale 75 USA and it'll come up. It's upsetting. Once we're done here, I'm going to be searching for my paint. It is the Gremlins. It definitely is. No, somebody was in my corner. Because I got just a corner. Unless I put them... they did. They put them away. They put them away. These guys. Black and white paint set from scale 75. Valid for brush or airbrush. Like I was telling you, if you do get these, don't go crazy. Don't go crazy squeezing the bottle. There's no ball bearings or anything in here, and the paint is really thick. It's thicker than what we're used to using. But drill out a hole in the top. They have the top sealed. So if you squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, and this is going to shoot out and you're going to get paint. So it's nice that they seal it up this way. As long as you're not using them, they'll stay fresh in the bottles. And this set, I'm definitely getting this set, since I'm going to see if I can snag it for my birthday Wednesday. Because I'll be 47. I'll be an old man. You might be able to print wallpaper on a decal sheet for a printer. That's a good idea, too. So it comes with black, petroleum gray, a graphene gray, a brown gray, a rainy gray, Thar brown, Mojave white, and white. So, and then of course they usually give you instructions here how to do stuff. Actually, I was watching a video of somebody using that and painting Laurel and Hardy, a scale 75 video. So they show you how to use it. But I gotta play with that paint a little bit before I actually decide to paint Frankenstein, because I haven't used scale 75. And I want to make sure that I don't have to put Frankie in a bath of super clean. You know, that's my usual motive. Is like mess the paint up and put it in a bath of super clean and do it again. I thank you guys for listening to the squeaking of the blade and hanging out. Yeah, definitely getting a 47. Yeah, I'm 40. I'll be 47 on Wednesday, and the wife isn't here, so Wednesday night you're going to be celebrating with me when we do the unboxing of the 8 AT-AT, and we do our next vote. So we'll have virtual cake and candles. I'm gonna have to get in here with a piece of sandpaper. Get way up in his invisible crotch area. This side was a little off too, but scraping it down the seam. Thank you very much, Jason. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'll talk to the wife and see if I could get. Well, actually, I won't be able to get it for my birthday. I'm gonna have to wait because they're up in the Catskills, and Jesus, that's costing me an arm and a leg. I may miss you on Wednesday on my way to Florida. Hey, have fun in Florida. Hopefully, it's not raining. I had so much rain. That's why we came home early. I was just gonna say that my wife is on vacation that I'm paying for. Well, not me. We're paid for, and it's an arm and a leg. That's why I like going to Mom's, because no hotel, hanging out with Mom. We can go anywhere we want, and that's why I drive down there. I bring my car. One, the boy really doesn't like to fly. I would rather fly. I'm not a great flyer. I prefer helicopters to planes. But I have my car down there so I can go anywhere I want to go. I don't have to worry about renting a car or anything like that. So she has her car with her, but everything, she's got to pay for everything. Mom is always good to us, and I hate it that she pays for all the food. Like we'll go food shopping, and I went to put my debit card. Scraping your crotch, I see. Yeah, he's got the crabs, Dana, the invisible crabs. But I go to pay for stuff, and she'll like slap my debit card out of the thing. My mom, she's 72 now, and she'll still beat me up. I'm still scared of my mom. Yes, that's a good idea, Spence. I can do on my birthday next year. We'll pick a 48 scale kit. We'll do the 48 scale snow speeder. There's Dana. She's going to yell at me because I'm going to be doing something wrong. But she's always busting my chops. That's my buddy over there. We're almost done with his legs. Almost have all the seams, and then tomorrow I can prime them up, see what I missed, and get the rest. That's a big chunker. Get the rest done up. Yay. Where's that? Sand in the nuts. It doesn't matter how old you are. Mom's never changed. My mother's saying, yeah, she's like, come on, Ma, you're paying for me, dinner for me, you, Dad, your 2 grandsons, your granddaughter, and your other son, and she won't take money for nothing. It's like, come on, you took care of us. Now it's time for us to take care of you. But she won't do it. Dad's the same way. Dad is definitely the same way. He's like, nope, I'm your dad. I'm supposed to take care of you. I guess I'll be like that with the kid too, because, he's my son. I want to take care of him, no matter how old he is. I'm off camera again. I gotta freaking pay attention. Gotta remember to keep my hands all the way over here. All right, that's not bad. Wipe. Come on, go down. I hate it sometimes you ever get a seam. It looks like it's up, but it's not. And then you end up filing away too much, and it's like, son of a bitch. I messed that up. All right, that's good. So we got legs done tonight. All I got to do is, like I said, tomorrow I'll prime him up, and we'll put him on. We'll put him on a stick tonight. Oh, I grabbed sticks out of there. I got sticks. This way I remember to do them tomorrow. So he's all. We'll prime him up tomorrow. We'll see what I missed. So not too bad. Prime that up. I can't tell. See, it's just because the white. I can't tell if there's still height or not on there till I get primer on there, because my eyes are going too. So tomorrow we'll do priming when I get home from work, unless there's overtime or whatever. So I'm gonna do more of this during the week, and we'll probably do that during next Saturday's show. Well, actually, I'm going to start Friday night, like I said, because I'm by myself, so I wanted to do a whole weekend build. No kids for the Invisible Man, no. Every time I talk to Mom, it's always, did you get something good to... Of course, moms are always asking, did you eat? Did you eat? I'm surprised my mom might have called me because she knows I'm by myself and asking if I ate yet or not. I got to order something. Open a window to keep... I do not spray that inside, Brian. I go out, I have a deck over here, so I spray the primer outside. The acrylics I spray inside. Believe me, I did auto body for a while, and we were stupid. Priming, we never wore masks. Never wore masks at all. You know, when you did helping out with some paint jobs, you didn't wear masks. We did a lot of stupid stuff. Not bright at all. My mom called, she said, I'm still handsome. That's one good thing about moms. They think we're still handsome. They really, really do. Well, guys, we got some legs done. I don't know if we have anybody here that didn't see. Just in case you didn't see and you want to jump in, we'll talk about a few things. Let's just go over. We got the Halloween build coming up. You can jump in now. Rich is doing Gene Simmons. Bob's doing his Dark Shadows. And you guys are going to be in on the Invisible Man build. I'll try to do much of that as live as possible. And then we have our Christmas Secret Santa. So if you want to get in on that too, come to HobbyLink International, find the groups. If you have any trouble, just email me. If you guys don't know my email, everybody in the world has it. I get so much freaking spam because I had this email for a long time now. But if you need anything, any questions about the site or anything like that, just email me there. Always glad to answer you. My phone, as soon as I hear the notification on my phone, I'm always checking to see what's going on, so I get back to you as quick as I can. I don't need to be on Christmas right now. Thank you very much for the donations tonight, guys. Really appreciate it. You're helping keeping things going and running. Hopefully we can hit that 10 subscriber mark again this month. We did it in June. July we didn't because I wasn't really here. And then let's see. I may pop on here or there live if I'm bored at home doing nothing. But Wednesday night we'll do the unboxing of the AT-AT, and we'll have another vote. And then Friday, Saturday, and next Sunday we'll either be building more of the Invisible Man, Frankenstein, or I'm going to try to do the 48-hour build of the Green Hornet. So if you guys want to check your space loot before I jump off of here, check your space loot, see what you got. Don't forget. The last oh, that's right. Some of you might not know. We changed it up. It's not going to be the last Friday of every month. Wednesday is the AT-AT. It's not going to be the last Friday of every month because if I do it at 6 or 7 o'clock, we lose a lot of people. So we're going to do it the last Saturday of every month. Probably we're going to try to set it up for 2 or 3 o'clock. This way it gives everybody a chance to be on there and get a chance to win something. Now I got the hiccups. So that's how it's gonna roll from now. Oh, let me see something too, Benny. Let me see if I have any update on your order. Of course it doesn't have my password in there. Let's sign in and check the orders. Delivered on the way, but it's running late still. Benny, it's still running late. All right, I got to keep checking on yours, Benny. If it's not there soon, by the 8th, I'll find out what's going on. Lobo's got 10. Carmen 100, Fubar 100. Yeah, those guys have been around since the beginning. So like I said, the more you watch, the more space loot you get. The more you talk, the more space loot you get. And if you do make donations, that's the big one. That's 50 space loot for every dollar that you donate. No problem, Benny. I'll keep checking. If it's not there by the 8th, I'll get a hold of Amazon and see what the hell's going on, and we'll get you your thing and Ron's too. Ron says the same thing if it's not there by the 8th. So that's it for the night. 9 o'clock here. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick. I got to be up at 4 in the morning because it's back to work for me. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the Halloween stuff. If you haven't, come register at HobbyLink International. Join the community there, and we'll be doing more building on the Invisible Man and a whole bunch of other stuff. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. I hope everybody has a good night and a good week. And I shall see you during the week. Definitely Wednesday night. If you see me popping on, stop in and say hello. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.